Hello everyone, Railgan here again. Today to talk a little bit more about Age of Empires 4. I've played a lot of Age of Empires over the last 2 weeks. I'm currently in the top 100 on Europe at least, and I'm only playing the Mongol faction, which is, I'd say, one of the stronger factions, but definitely far behind the French. And today I want to talk a little bit about how I play the game, what my strategies, what my build orders are, and hope you will enjoy it. So for starters, I almost always open with a very fast Uwu. It allows me to get out the either units very early on or tech. I don't think teching up to the second age or like building the first landmark is that important with Mongols very early on. I prefer to build a couple of units, so I always have like 4 villagers on the wood, and then just rally the rest of my villagers to the food. Gathering a bunch of sheep with my con right here let me actually reveal the entire map. So we can see that this is a water map, so it's a map with fishes, and going for fishing is very useful with the Mongols, but there's also another strategy that I've been using a lot, which is to just shut down the enemy docks very early on. That is what you're going to see in this game. So I go for a very fast stable right here. I usually build it around like the 130 mark, and my goal is to have the stable done when I have and my goal is to have enough food once the stable is done, and also 120 stone to immediately push out 2 spearmen. My opponent is scouting me a little bit. I'm also scouting. I know there's always a lake over here and over here in this area. So I'm going to notice this scout very quickly and try to shut it down. I also moved villagers away from the trees because I need a lot of food to afford the spearmen and also push out the tech, right? I'm constantly producing villagers, and now I build 2 spearmen and no more. 2 spearmen is all I need. My opponent is building the dock. He hasn't really built too much else, just gathering food. He's playing the opposite. I don't think I mentioned that at the start. The scout only does like 2 damage per shot, so it's barely worth mentioning. But once my spearmen arrive, I'm able to make quick work out of the scout and shut down a huge investment that he made. Not only do I get the scout kill, I'm also going to be able to shut down the docks, as he has no additional production building and no real way to shut me down right now. My next goal usually is to get out, to start mining a little bit of gold. This game actually I built the 3rd spearman. I'm not sure how much I'm going to use that one. But once I have 100 wood, I usually put 2 people to build the gur and then immediately start harvesting the gold. I'm not sure if putting additional workers on the gur here is good or bad for me, but I usually just do it anyways. So I'm actually not sure if I'm gonna get money, because I think he will cancel the dock, and the Mongols get 50 food and 50 gold if they destroy a building. He's not building spearmen to come and shut me down, but I think 1 spearman is obviously not gonna be enough, and it takes him a while to build up enough spearmen. Didn't cancel it yet. There's sadly no production tab that I can show you guys. Oh no, there you canceled it. I'm not sure if I got the money for that. I'm not sure how that works. I should test that out sometime. Right now you can see that I have a lot of villagers on food. I have 13 villagers on food because I need 200 gold and 400 food to start teching up. I don't really need too much wood. I just have like 2 villagers on wood for safety reasons, so I can quickly build an additional tech if need be. My units are also trying to harass him a little bit here. I first checked if he is getting any additional docks somewhere hidden. And then once I have 400 gold, I hear a badoom sound. 400 food, I hear the badoom sound, and I built the silver tree next to the Uwu. Very important, you want... I think the silver tree is the better landmark. On this map I have a trade outpost over here and one in this corner. I'm not sure when exactly I scout those. And my horsemen are trying to do damage. Fighting against spearmen is kind of suicidal. But I do force a lot of spearmen out of my opponent early on, and that is slowing down his tech quite a bit. I have 6 villagers on the silver tree this game. I really want the silver tree to be done as fast as I can. I also have only 4 villagers on food because I do not need a lot of food right now. I think you need like 3.3 villagers on the food to constantly produce villagers yourself. So having 4 villagers here is about what I need. Right, so I spot the trade outpost, makes me very happy to have confirmation that there's a trade outpost over there. Also scouting around a little bit here, maybe he's trying to hide docks. I had other players hide docks before, so it wouldn't be the first time. Scout is running out as well. Once the silver tree is done, I immediately start producing double traders. These should go back to work, but I'm being a little bit slow, focusing on the harassment here, trying to get as many villagers as I can. I think I got 2 villagers total there. For 2 horsemen. Not that good of a trade for me, but hey, you take what you get, right? So I'm also getting the superior mobility upgrade as soon as I can, delaying it a little bit this game sadly. And I'm going for an archery range. My goal in the mid game is to take map control. So this is the worst thing that can happen, which is his scout spotting my traders going to the market. Right, because now it's gonna ring his alarm bells. I know he already built an outpost, I saw that. But he will want to pressure me, but he's still in H1. And he doesn't even have 200 gold to H up. But he really wants to shut down these traders as fast as they can, right? As fast as he can, because they're bringing home 25 gold, 2 food and 2 wood right now. And I'm going to build 2 more traders, and I think I'm going for 10 total here. I'm not sure if I stop now. I'm not quite sure. Harassing his scout there a little bit, but yeah. And then here's the trick, right? You start moving the silver tree away. I could also give him a speed boost with the con right now. I'm gonna use the traders that will provide me a lot of gold together with my food income to produce a lot of the Mongol elves. The Mongol because they do not cost any wood, right? They only cost food and gold, and these traders are gonna bring me home a lot of gold. They're carrying like 28 gold right now. These are already carrying 88. So you're going to see that their gold count goes up the further away I move the market. They sadly lose the other resources, so I'm not getting any food or anything like that. But these traders are gonna bring me home so much gold that even if they just complete a single trip, they already paid for themselves. Still got a horseman down here scouting a bit. Silver tree building up again. He now teched up to H2, and my production is a little bit slow. I'm mining way too much, or I'm foresting way too much wood this game. And now they're already carrying 168 gold. So the further away you move the silver tree from the market, the more gold you get. Now he is defending the trade post here, but all they have to complete is one single run, and they paid for themselves. Keep in mind, I paid a total of 36 gold and 74 wood for 2 of these. So these bring me home 370 gold, so I get 10 times as much gold as I paid. Right? It's insane. Now, also very important to start moving to deer in the mid game, because they give a lot more food. Building a lot of archery ranges right now because I want to spam Mongol, because I do know that he built a lot of spearmen. Rip. Didn't even notice that. And ranged units have advantage over the spearmen, so that's what I'm trying to use right now. Building a lot of archery ranges, that's what I'm using my food for. And you see I have a income of like 1.5k gold per minute right now if I would constantly complete these trips. But usually I'm only able to complete 1 trip, but that's all I really need. 1 trip and I'm more than rich enough. Now I am in dire need of food right now, which is why it's so important for me to secure this location. I think I'm also going to build an outpost over there very soon. Once he starts attacking me here, no need to panic. I I can just hide the traders away in the town, what's it called? Town council, I think. Wait. Town center, excuse me. And from here on they can actually shoot into quite a bit of damage. It would of course be good if they could continue competing their labs, but it's sometimes a little bit hard. As he has a lot of archers and spearmen out on the map right now. So his army is stronger than mine. If we check the player score, my player score is up about 700. He's sadly putting on a lot of pressure on me right now. My Mongol are slowly chipping away at his units. However, the Mongol do have fewer range. So I'm not actually sure if going for the Mongol was that good of an idea here for me. But the main issue is just my lack of food. What I could also do is use the buy 100 food for 130 gold, which I think is something that I might use as well. My villagers here are idle because they harvested the last sheep. Now moving on top of the archers to try and take some of them out here. But yeah, like in a 1v1 fight, the Mongol sadly lose versus archers. Their advantage is their mobility and that they can move while shooting. Hard to make good use of though. So I'm also putting a little bit of a couple archers behind here so I can better defend my Uwu. Losing the Uwu doesn't really matter too much. It's 150 wood. I have more than enough wood. Like resource wise I'm looking very good. And this is a very committed attack of by my opponent, even if it might not look like it. My traders are also back to work. At least some of them. I keep the rest sheltered in my PC at the moment. Now I noticed all my villagers are idle and doing nothing. But these traders are going to complete their run and that is going to give me a lot of money. But yeah, like my mid game is definitely always kind of the hard part for me. Because it's very hard to get up all the economy and all the units at the same time. But once you do get them out, you're in a really strong. Upgrades are also very important. Ranged archers do 5 damage per shot. So if I get one armor upgrade versus archers, then I reduce their damage output by 20%, which is of course very strong. Now he is in a position here to secure his trade post. Notices that my traders keep carrying stuff home here. Probably a little bit frustrated they were able to sneak by him. Now he will want to fight me. I have a lot of Mongol though. He also has a lot of archers, but his units are somehow turned the wrong way around. It's very important to have your units look in the proper direction. Now once I feel a little bit more safe, I'm putting an outpost here, which gives my units on horses and of course also the traders a speed boost. And now I'm going to push here. And even if he kills a couple of these traders, it's going to be well worth it. Like even if only 2 or 3 of these traders make it out alive, that would be very good. But if he focuses his damage on the traders, then the rest of my units are going to kill his units. And he is barely able to keep up with the traders as they get the movement speed bonus from the outpost, the YAM, 15% movement speed. So not only does every single trader survive right here, he actually, maybe he killed 1 or 2. But I had 9 in the TC and 9 are walking out. 10 here total. I think he killed maybe 1 or maximum 2. Even considering all that, I'm still in a very good position. Now I'm being attacked from the bottom left as well. Thank you for the raid duck seconds. And I have to shut that down. I'm also starting to move over here for dogs because I noticed I really lack a lot of food. Fishing is the fastest food income for villagers. I think it's even better than the boar. So, very happy about using that. And my Mongol chased down the last of his units. And this is kind of where I can transition to the later stages of the game. All I have to do is secure my traders one more time. But these are so many traders. If he cannot, like he really has to shut this down. But he doesn't have enough damage here. Like these 9 traders are gonna bring me almost 2000 gold, 1.8k almost. So that's gonna hurt him. Trying to do a little bit of harassment. I notice that he's now also building more horsemen, more archers. Not really looking like a very fast tech up by him. My units over here are in position to hunt down his horsemen. I think he gets one more trader there. Losing traders always sucks, but eventually his horsemen are shut down, and I think I'm also starting to upgrading range damage right now. We have going on here. I could be a little bit more aggressive with my Mongol die, try to look for holes. But I'm still very much so distracted by dealing with all the economy in the game that I can't really focus on everything else that's going on at all times. So close to completing the trip. Bring it home. No. Another 200 resources. But yeah, like these spearmen are very annoying, and I should build an outpost down here as well so I can see him coming. I think I'm gonna do that later on as well. There's now the scout is attacking as well, already taking up to H3, and H3 is really where I want to go. My strategy is basically get to H3, do not die, and then I'm usually in a very good position and know exactly what I need to do to win. Because in this game, as of now, there is one unit that is absolutely broken, which is the Knight. The Royal Knight of the French. And of course, every civilization has their own version of the Royal Knight. And my version of the Royal Knight is the... Where is it? The Lancer. Countered by Spearmen and Crossbowmen. Couldn't be more wrong. Nothing counters it. This unit is bonkers. So I usually go for 4 stables and like 4 archer places. Or sometimes I just go like 8 stables and just build nothing but these. Because there's nothing that kills them. Like this unit counters pretty much everything else there is in the game. Which I hope means that they're gonna nerf it. I'm getting the upgrade so I can produce units faster, 35% faster, very good. And I'm should also build another Uwu, should move these skirts around a little bit. Trying to get resources. The transition right here is always a little bit of a painful one, because I'm gonna need, like, most of my gold income comes from these traders anyway, so I'm not really too worried about my gold income. But what always worries me is my food income. I do have a lot of ships gathering fish, but these are of course also limited. And I do not really have a lot of pastures yet. Here we go, building 7 pastures at once. 7 pastures is enough. Well, if it's super late game, you need 1 pasture per 2 workers, so this would be for 14 workers. You'd really need a lot of pastures, which is why you need a lot of food. But in the mid game where I also have other food sources, it's not quite that bad. But yeah, I always build a lot of outposts here. I get the YAM network upgrade, so my units are all running and working faster. I think right here I'm going to be caught a little bit, or he gets caught, whatever way you want to look at it. My knights find his battering rams, kind of unfortunate for him. And yeah, here you see the strength of the knights. Basically all his units are shooting at this lancer and he takes no damage. Because his archers do 5 damage, that means each archer shot deals 1 damage. He has, how many archers does he have here? 26 archers. He needs to shoot 1 knight with every single archer 10 times to even kill a single knight. And yet the spearmen might be a little bit better. I'm not even sure if they're that much better. I think I could have probably almost just A-moved and killed him right there. But I'm going to prolong this game a little bit. I think he is actually going to move out very soon though. This one. He has to shut down the trade. Like, trade is insanely strong. I need no villagers on the gold at all. And I still have a massive income with all these traders. I also get that Silk Road bonus that we see at the silver tree. So I get 10% food, 10% wood, and 10% gold as a bonus for having this many traders. Also a late game upgrade where I additionally gain like 10% stone for the trades, which would also be very good because stone is useful to get the upgrades rolling. But we can kind of see my composition here. It's 21 knights. I also have 37 archers in the backline. They're gonna remove all the spearmen. But these knights are really what is going to end him. Like, knights I don't know. Like something is wrong with this unit. They have 5 melee armor, 5 ranged armor, they have a charge attack, and they also get the movement speed bonus from my outposts. And the buff lasts for like 20 seconds after they leave this circle. So I think I'm gonna attack him here very soon. My units are... I'm starting to build outposts now, so I gain a little bit more map control. Going to speed things up a little bit. I'm going at the normal speed for now. Notice his battering ram pushing me. My knights are getting ready for a backstep. Like, going for these long backsteps all around the edge of the map takes a while for my units to get there. But they also hurt a lot. I see the battering ram, so my units at home go for the defense. And over here, I'm about to go in. And this hurts him a lot. Because the town center deals almost no damage either. So I think... Do I actually run here? I might. With battering ram. Yeah, we're pulling back a little bit. But yeah, as you can tell by the top right, my game goes on for 2 more minutes. And I would say it's not very likely that he's going to kill me in the next 2 minutes. Not likely at all. I'm almost maxed out now. Once again going in for a push here. Sniping a lot of his villagers. Then I think I'm going to go for the TC next, which does like 1 damage. My knights now have 6 armor, so I think I have more armor than he does damage. Actually, he has veteran archers now, so they do deal 2 damage per shot. Like they doubled their damage compared to earlier on. 100 food, 100 gold for lighting the building on fire, sniping it. He loses his workers, he loses the town center, and that's not very good. And over here we have another push coming. That... oh, not looking very good. Now trying to at least fight the knights. But even the knights alone by themselves are just too strong. Like, I don't even need the rest of my army, right? There's like nothing defending this. The knights by themselves are already enough to beat him here. But I was like a little bit scared because I was like, well, I don't want to send all my knights to their death if I'm pushing him down here as well. But it turns out that, well, he would have probably lost against the knights themselves already. But yeah, that's how I currently play the game of my strategy. Working great.